Innovation and iteration often go hand in hand. For every new concept born from every what if, there's an ideal visual style, photorealism, that seemingly everyone wants to chase. It doesn't matter whether we're traveling to alien worlds, a medieval fantasy continent, or the not-so-wonderful everyday. Photorealistic visuals almost all the way. Then you've got Fumigame's debut effort, which tossed all that out the window for a rubber-hosed animation-inspired look. That in itself would probably be enough to have someone take a look. There's a reason this went viral in the first place. But from the very second that one opens the game, hearing what may be protagonist Jack Pepper humming the theme in his stereotypical gruff voice, you know Mouse P.I. for Hire is going to be something special.
So good I should get 3 points.
While a dizzying amount of effort went into its visual style, and it's genuinely striking, Fumigame's true goals are loftier, portraying this alternative history where charm and allure meet depravity, class divides, and economic depression, capturing the essence of mob fiction icons like Dick Tracy and a dash of Steamboat Willie to deliver a compelling mystery narrative. Oh, and also delivering a very fun first-person shooter with plenty of wacky weapons, ink splatters, blood would be too excessive after all, and responsive movement. Which isn't to say that Mouse P.I. for Hire is perfect in every single way, or couldn't use improvements. It feels a little too streamlined in some aspects, a little too straightforward in others. But it's not every day that a developer executes on its vision so well, drawing a sensible chuckle or two before the next over-the-top big gunfight to start. This is a black and white tour de force as much as a well-paced shooter campaign with a heart of gold, and sometimes steel. The scene is 1930s America, and the streets just aren't the same. No, not because of the anthropomorphic mice and shrews, or inexhaustible supply of cheese puns. Steve Bandel, the famous magician, has seemingly gone missing. Shrews are disappearing en masse. If that wasn't enough, Betty Lynch, Steve's former assistant and an accomplished actor, is also nowhere to be seen. What's a private investigator and former war hero Jack Pepper to do in all this? Well, the only thing he can do. Stick his snout where it doesn't belong, turn up whatever clues he can, and pull off as many cheesy, in a good way, one-liners as he can. Tale as old as time, or at least as old as detective noirs go, and delivered with unmatched panache that goes beyond the writing and animated cutscenes. Troy Baker slides effortlessly into the role of Pepper, but even the supporting cast, Florian Clare as the curious but indomitable Wanda Fuller, Cameron Grimes as the sweet but fiery Tamby Tumbler, Fred Tatasciore as John Brown, there's a reason he's probably the only John in Mouseburg, and Frank Todaro as the noble Cornelius Stilton. They all got the memo and knew exactly the kind of performances to turn in. The bit players, some briefly spotted, others unrevealed, also deserve their flowers, including the one goon who went, "I'm not your buddy, pal." Simply fantastic. As much as all of this wowed me, however, there was a game to get into, and I'll admit, the overall structure of Mouse can feel a little simplistic at first. Talk to an NPC, head to a location, gather some clues, pin them to the workboard, and with enough moxie, Jack can resolve the clue to open up the next location. Sometimes the supporting cast will have some side jobs, oftentimes coinciding with a location that's already on your radar. Not really much by the way of detailed side quests, more like keeping your eyes open and collecting whatever they ask. And since you'll be picking up anything that isn't nailed down, it's pretty trivial. Give it enough time, however, and things become a lot more linear. Jack is handling 3 cases at once, and sometimes multiple locations may open up. You could also stop at roadhouses along the way, and collect blueprints to upgrade your weapons. More than a few safes lie in wait with the same, if you can navigate the tail-picking minigame, which can range from incredibly easy to low-key notorious, what with spikes, timers, and limited moves. The benefit of all these intertwining threads is that the pacing never lags and the mystery never overwhelms. Every mission feels like a vital step forward, even if it doesn't seem that way. It's a testament to Mouse's confident writing, pulpy monologues, an excellent depiction of mature themes that you're enthralled all the way through by. So much so that you may be left wanting at the very, very end, but what a ride it is. Past the first level or two, each subsequent area packs the right amount of shortcuts and secrets, from hidden ducts to warp pipes, and while not exactly the kind of backtracking touted many years ago, the different traversal abilities really open things up when it comes to combat. Don't let Jack's slicked hair and questioning stare fool you. He's a real go-getter when it comes to spilling ink. If you've played any boomer shooter of late, then you'll feel right at home with Mouse's shotguns, James gun, and exotic sci-fi weaponry. Each one feels distinct, from the heft of the pump-action shotgun to how exquisitely the turpentine gun cleans foes right down to their bones. Things can feel admittedly dull in the beginning when you've only got a pistol in your fists. As more weapons unlock and different varieties of enemies appear, you'll start recognizing the right situation for using certain weapons. While it's fun to combine different effects, freezing enemies and then shattering them with the bullets, alternate firing modes also add to the strategy. Nothing quite like a turpentine pop that corrodes multiple enemies in a vicinity, though it may not be as useful as the Mind D-Conscious Gun's beam when you need some serious damage to the noggin. Mouse keeps its encounters fairly fresh throughout, whether it's the combat arenas or the objectives and threats, which extend to the boss fights. Aside from one battle which felt more like busy work than a truly titanic showdown, they're all memorable, some leaning more into the over-the-top nature of the games, while others demand more arena shooter-like skills. Now, I'd be remiss not to mention the soundtrack, which is full of noir jazz bangers throughout. And speaking of Steamboat Willie, to say that my heart melted during a boat mission thanks to the piano play would be an understatement. Of course, you should expect plenty of swing jazz as well, lots of heavy drums, trumpets, and saxophones adding to the energy of encounters. Then, there are the sound effects, which are the cherry on top. The sproing of your shoes when double jumping, the little distortion filter. I could go on, but you probably got the point. As for notable downsides, progression is too straightforward. Collect blueprints, spend them to upgrade weapons, and unlock a neat little perk at the highest tier, or not, because several weapons don't have them. Enemies also occasionally had some pathfinding issues, especially the flying ones that end up stuck in corners. Playing on Super Sleuth, aka hard mode, presented enough of a challenge, but the ammo and health pickups felt a little abundant. Either way, if you're well versed in shooters, it's the setting I recommend most. All these complaints aside though, Mouse PI for Hire is a great experience. It's not trying to rewrite the book on first-person shooters or detective games so much as present a stellar detective noir with incredible characters, larger-than-life incidents, and a bit of magic. Even after completing it in about 15 hours, I rarely felt bored or disengaged, much less checked out of any dialogue. So, whether you're someone who loves the art style, wants another fun shooter, or seeks to dive into this glitzy but messed up cartoon world, it's well worth your time and money. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.